And okay, I think I'm recording. I am. Okay, good. We're off to the races. So I've decided I'm not going to do presentation slides anymore. I don't know about you, but I think they're kind of a drag. But does anyone else have any opinion on slide presentations online? Or I think live it's kind of better because the person's there. I don't know. Do you like visuals, you guys, or a little mix of both? Maybe.
I think it depends on what it is that you're presenting, but slides tend to be a little mundane, especially if you're just reading the slide.
Yeah, right. I agree with that. Yes. All right. So I do have a little bit of visual, but we're going to just get started with the presentation. So today's presentation is all about the importance of keyword research. So I want to ask all of you, put your hands up if you think SEO is dead, meaning search engine optimization. Does anyone think that's dead and gone by the wayside?
I have read some things that say that it's not as important.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Because look at, you're still searching. Every one of us is searching. So if you're going to get found, you got to have to keep that in mind. And this wasn't, I don't mean to disparage you at all, Carrie. That was not, I didn't want
it's just something I read, but
Yeah, because I've heard that also. And I've heard both sides. And I'm like, well, Google's one of the biggest companies on the planet. They might have something going on there if you think search is dead. So SEO is everywhere, like we just spoke. Etsy. Everyone know what Etsy is? It's a great, that's Amazon for sure. Google, of course. YouTube, of course. Inside of Target, you're trying to find something on the Target e-commerce site or Walmart. It's all search-based stuff going on. So that's why I'm doing this presentation on the importance of keyword research, is because you got to know what keyword phrases anyone's going to use to find you. So does everyone kind of understand keywords and keyword phrases? You know, if you're all Googling something, you're Googling something, you're putting in words because you're trying to find what you want. So a keyword research what I do, because I want to make sure that my clients' websites get found. And I want to make sure that they're getting found within the context of what they do, so that then it kind of informs me as to how everyone needs to write content for their website, their blogs, lead magnets, emails, whatever. You've got to be aware of what are people looking for and how can you serve them. So when I do keyword research, I think I know what words people are going to use for many of my clients, but then I ask them, what words would you use to find you? And then I use those kind of as seed words to then start the reports. Like, all right, what's coming up? And what do I want to see in my keyword research is I want to see a significant volume of search. So let's take Christine, for example, because Christine, by the way, I'm using your report as my example today.
Ah.
Yeah, because she's got a lot going on, which is what I want to cover today. And I'm looking for, so her primary business, she's got a couple going on. One of them is essential oils or blends for healing different ailments, essentially. So I looked we're looking at natural remedies for different ailments, like cold toes. That's one of them. Or you want warm hands. So I'm going to do keyword research on that topic, but I'm going to do keyword research on essential oils, aromatherapy, and like what's coming up. And it was really interesting to find for Christine that it wasn't necessarily what I thought. Like aromatherapy, no one's using those words really. Right, Christine?
Yep.
It's more, you've got to be more sophisticated in that realm to use that word. People were using essential oils and natural remedy type of words. Does that sound right? I'm going to look at it again. But even, I think some ailments were looking for essential oils remedies versus a natural remedy. So we had to go with, if someone's looking for cozy toes, and a lot of them are looking for or really it'd be like back pain or cold. people were looking for essential oils for cold remedy. So you got to take a look at the words people are using. And they were kind of a mixed bag with what she was doing. But aromatherapy was not really high enough to give it a lot of attention. But I would still encourage her to use that because she has a specialization in that. And I think that provides kind of like up-levels your knowledge and credibility. So when I'm looking at keywords, I want to see like 1,000 searches a month on a Google search. I want to see that a phrase is being searched at least 1,000 times a month. I want to see that there's financial viability in that phrase, and I'll tell you what I mean. I use Google's data is what I'm looking at, and financial viability is showing up in my keyword research because it's saying, what is someone willing to pay for a client on this particular keyword phrase, or a customer, or whatever. There's money tied to the keyword phrase, so it's telling me that there's financial viability there, and that, oh, there's a business. I want to see that. I don't want to see no financial viability because nobody's looking to pay for what you have. That's what it's telling me. They want free information. They're just kicking tires. There's not really that much investment in buying anything. But when I see that the cost per click is high in Google, it's saying, okay, there's money exchanging hands here and you have opportunity. I'm also looking at organic searchability, and that means how easy is it for you to write a blog post or a page on a particular keyword phrase and actually get found on page 1 of a Google search. I'm looking for that. And it's pretty difficult to do these days, but not if you do it from the context of operating locally. And that's your greatest opportunity. And when I deal with my clients, even though you want clients nationwide, I want you to have that foundational basic of getting found locally for what you do, because when you combine what I can do to help you do that, now you're always getting found at least locally, which is a good thing. And Google will kind of appreciate your standing, especially if you start to add content to your website. So does everyone understand what organic search is versus like a paid ad? So organic search is you Google something and it's those listings that show up that are not paid ads. That's organic. And typically 95% of searches will not go beyond page 1. So you only have the opportunity to get seen. It's pretty slim. So that's why you've got to take the strategy of kind of localizing yourself. And there's a strategy that I use and something that I would write to make sure you're getting found on a particular keyword phrase where you live. So the next part of my research is I want to take a look at, I could do a search on a keyword phrase and it'll deliver me 1,000 results. I'm like, oh God, I'm not looking through all that. That's a lot of information, but there's good information there. But I'm looking at I want to see the top 10 searches. So for Christine, I'd look at natural remedies with essential oils, for example. And I'm like, how much search is going on around this topic? And there could be 1,000 phrases that show up, but I want to take those top 10, put them together, and then see what that comes up to. So if I put the top 10 together, and I'm seeing that those 10 added up together come out to 15,000 searches a month or more, then I'm saying we have a market here. Let's hang up the sign. We're in business, is what it's telling me. And I'll be looking at the financial viability of that as well, and then looking like, how are you going to grow this business and what opportunities are here? So that's kind of what that first part of my keywords research is about. And we're going to go into a breakout room because I don't want to drag these on too long. I just want to do like 10 minutes of discussing the topic, and then we're going to break out. So here's the breakout room challenge. I want you to tell people what you do and the problems you solve. And then I want you to ask the other person what words they would use to find you. So try to tell them what you do and what you solve without giving them all the answers, just to see how they, it's good to get another perspective of how would they try to find you. So that is the breakout room exercise. And we'll be gone about 5 minutes. And everyone gets new people, so you're going to meet someone new. And off we go. Beam me up, Scotty. Let's get that up here. So let's do this. It's recording. How was that?
It was too short.
It was fast.
Oh, was it too fast?
We only got to one.
Oh,
Oh.
well, we can do it here. Who didn't get a chance to do something?
Heather didn't.
Heather? So Heather, tell us again what you do.
Okay. So I style Airbnb and VRBO spaces for hosts in order for them to attract very good guests who are going to take care of their places while they're not there, and in order for them to get consistent bookings at an optimal price for their place.
So what would someone Google to find that? Anyone have an idea? I'd be like, interior design my Airbnb room.
Yeah.
Would be a start.
Mhm.
How to make my Airbnb rental property look better.
Totally.
My place looks like crap. How can I make it look better?
I definitely think interior design for Airbnb, or how to make my Airbnb look better. I think
Yep.
that's a good one.
I kind of see initials. I kind of see initials like interior design, like there's a word we can condense it. Like, are you a member of this, which is interior design for Airbnb? Like it's a certification seal. Like this has been approved, by something like that.
Oh.
Right.
I'm thinking, stylish Airbnb, or I mean, I was kind of thinking classy, but that's sort of suggests a snob factor.
Well, that's okay. There's snobs out there.
I have a friend whose Airbnb in Carbondale is amazing when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
And it is because of the art she has, the artifacts, you know,
I hope she's got good insurance.
What?
I hope she has good insurance.
Just really attractive space that way.
Luxury is probably luxury Airbnb. That's what I look for.
Luxury, low cost Airbnb or something.
Different styles, shabby.
Luxury, affordable. Go ahead.
Right. Or something as simple as just decorating my Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's hard. Cheryl and I were talking, it's hard coming from our perspective on what we do, because we tend to use those more technical words versus just the simple layman's terms of what am I looking for?
So that's where keyword research comes in handy, because you get, I just got started. I've done research on styles of design I was looking into. There's tons of interest still in shabby chic. I want a shabby chic Airbnb. Boho chic, that's a big search term. I want a boho chic Airbnb. And I personally like all of that, and modern. In fact, I remember I looked into a modern Airbnb in California. I wanted modern, fresh,
I see.
So there's a lot of opportunity for style.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you come from the other side too, if somebody's looking like that, like if somebody's looking to design it, like what do people look for in Airbnb?
Yeah.
From that.
There's a lot of angles, and I like taking Heather's example because she's got a lot of opportunity. For content, is certainly you can go the style route. Address all the styles. Why not? Go the luxury route. You're going to help people put together a luxury Airbnb. But my keyword research would say which route to go, which I'll show you in a minute when I show you Christine's report. But another route is also to understand the business of operating one. And Heather, if I were you, I'd do a lot of research into the business of it. So I'm sure you're already doing that, but help operators be successful. Know where the pitfalls are. Go and do some research and see what are the pitfalls of having an Airbnb or whatever, and help them with the business side of that as well. This could be like an add-on value, coaching them into, insurance. How is it? Make sure their insurance is covered. How are they covered? Understand the insurance side of the equation for them too is really a value-added service. You could really brings you up another level when you're doing more than just the decorating.
Right, and the regulations, especially specific to this area.
Totally, that's huge.
Yeah, all of that, and that's my plan, Liz.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Heather, I have a friend that I'm happy to connect you with named Ziana, who owns a number of properties here, but also she buys homes in St. Louis and other places, and so she knows a lot about Airbnb. So if you want me to connect you to, I'm happy to do that.
Oh, that's great. Thanks.
That is great. You girls might want to connect in the chat function today or later on the Facebook meetup.
Yeah, we should just exchange numbers in the chat.
Yeah, sure. You can do that. Cool. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right now. And then I'm going to go a little deeper because there's more to keyword research as we're kind of revealing here in this conversation. So let me share my screen. And I have Etsy up here. And the reason I'm sharing Etsy is because I just did an Etsy account for somebody. It's a little bit of SEO for them. And I haven't been in Etsy in a while. But you can see Etsy's got a search function here. And I'm looking for a Southwest watercolor. Southwest watercolor. Okay, that wasn't a good one. Let me try something else. Let's just do Southwest. So you'll notice that this happens in Google and everywhere. It's filling in other keyword phrases that people are using that are heading in the direction you're going. So right now, Southwestern decor is showing up and Southwestern jewelry. And what it's telling me, because I went into Etsy to find out how their keyword search works, is that this is ranked by the highest search. So Southwestern decor is a fantastic search term for my client because it's the most searched phrase. So if you're going to do Etsy, you want to make sure you know your keyword phrases, and this is a great place to start. If you have a particular thing that you sell, She doesn't sell jewelry, but she sells wall paintings. So Southwestern decor would be a great keyword phrase for her. She's actually a watercolor artist. Let me search that. Whoops. It's dragging on me. Sorry, gang. Watercolor paintings. She does watercolor paintings. Now, she doesn't do watercolor prints yet, but I said watercolor prints is a huge search volume based in my Google search as well, and showing up here, that even though she does one-of-a-kind paintings, I highly recommend she start turning those into prints. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of great information inside of all of these. I'm sure Target's the same. They're all showing you the most searched phrases. Pinterest is the same way. I'm a huge fan of Pinterest, by the way. And if you become a member, I'm going to make pins for you just because it's fun. Hold on. Let me go to my page. So Pinterest is doing the same thing. And there's a lot of chakra-related stuff going on in Pinterest, and that's part of some of my boards because there's so much interest there. But again, I apologize. My internet is dragging. Okay, just wait here. If I do chakras, you see what's showing up. Chakra tattoo, chakra healing. Chakra healing is a big keyword phrase that some of my members are into, and I love that it's showing up here. So I'm like, woohoo, chakra healing. And I wanted to go to Facebook too and just show you up here in the search. If I do chakra healing here, all right, who's shredding paper? What's showing up in Facebook? Chakra tattoos is showing up in Facebook. But this is another great place to search, and this is where I'm going to make sure that my content inside of Facebook is really rich with the keyword phrases so that my clients get found inside of Facebook as well, not just on a Google search. And something that I've found in my, my case studies is that I can post something in Facebook and Google it, and that Facebook post shows up in Google as well, and Pinterest is showing up in the Google search. And the reason behind that is because Facebook and Pinterest are big community type of websites, and they have more kind of search engine juice and power. So they're more likely to get found inside of that context because there's a lot of like-minded posts happening in these different realms. So if I do chakra consciousness, it's going to give me a news feed. These must be paid ones up here. I'm sure they are. And then all of these related posts, which is super interesting. So keyword research is going to help inform you so that you can get found all over Pinterest, Facebook, Etsy, wherever it is you want to be, your website for sure. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a minute. So this is the next important topic of my keyword research has come up, that there's search intent. And I had a feeling about search intent when I first started doing keyword research. I'm like, what's the intent behind this phrase? And I'll give you an example. One of our other members who's been on, you guys know Donna. She's a life coach for women in transition. Mm. And when I did keyword research on women in transition, all of the search results were showing me that the intent was to help women in crisis, meaning they're abused, you know, someone's going to kill them, they have to go hide. And I'm like, that's not Donna's market. She is helping women in transition, but that's not the intent of the searches that I'm finding. So we had to change our mind about what's the intent. So I'm going to give you, and other aspects of intent are, where is the searcher at in the kind of search phase? Are they at the top of the funnel? And in a sales funnel, the top of the funnel is super beginner. Like an example would be, I want to buy a TV set. I'm not ready to buy it, but I'm just going to go, well, let's go take a look at some TV sets. And that'll be my first step at the top of the funnel to figure out where do I want to be. Then the middle of the funnel would be like, oh, let's check out different brands and reviews. So that's like a middle of funnel search. You want to check out a different brand, and you're getting closer to a buy now in marketing world. It's like you're getting closer to the buy. And then the final search, the bottom of the funnel, is someone who would Google pricing for a Sony television, flat screen, blah, blah, blah. Very specific. That person is ready to pull the trigger and take that television home. So when I'm looking at intent and I'm planning content marketing, I'm like, okay, we definitely want a pricing page. And we want it to say pricing for, Cheryl would be, pricing for a psychic reading. That's a killer bottom of funnel page that she should have. Because people are going to search for that. And I bet you most psychics don't have a page that says pricing for a psychic reading. And Cheryl, oh, this is a to-do list thing now. But you want to have content that covers every stage of the funnel. And this is more advanced marketing, and I don't want to scare you guys, but I want you to just be aware of, when you get further into it, you got to think, where are they at in the search? So intent is where they at in the funnel, and intent is, what are they really looking for, and which leads into context. So context is what was the example with Donna. Women in transition, the context of that is not where she wants to be. The context of that is people that are suffering, they need to run away from an abusive situation. That's what that search told me. So there's a lot of opportunity in getting found organically when you start to put together high volume search in different areas. So an example is you're a business coach, but you are a business coach for women entrepreneurs. That's the context of where you do your coaching. Heather is a great example. She's an interior decorator, but she's an interior decorator within the context of running an Airbnb business. That's a killer one. I like those too because I know there's high search volume in interior design, and there's, I'm sure, high search volume in Airbnbs because they're proliferating like crazy, and that company is exploding, Airbnb, by the way. Another example of context is an acupuncturist who specializes in sleep disorders. And Christine has the same thing. She is a certified aromatherapist within the context of serving, an illness like back pain, cold and flu, cold feet, cold hands. So when you start putting together, this is where the gold mine is when we understand your keyword phrases that matter to you, but put them in the context of where you work. Now you're really going to get found. And you get found in unusual ways because you don't know there's a lot of keyword searches that are like 10 searches a month, but they're picking up the words and putting them together, as now you have an opportunity to get found all over the place when you kind of apply that strategy. So the last part of the keyword puzzle is I want you to understand when you get a keyword research report, it informs you about everything. First of all, your static pages on your website. For Cheryl, she serves particular pain points like fork in the road. That's a huge search thing, and making decisions. And by the way, Cheryl, we're bumping that up to the top of the list. People that need help when they're at a fork in the road in decision making. So she's a spiritual medium and psychic within the context of helping people make decisions. And that's a great opportunity for us to get found in that context. She also helps people with loved ones who have passed. And that is passed away is the keyword phrase I just came across. So it would be helping connect with loved ones who have passed away. She provides spiritual mediumship and readings within that context. So is everyone kind of understanding context? Because that's really where the gold mine is in your online marketing in regards to SEO and getting found. And Christine, you have a lot of opportunity to create content in that regard because you've got a lot of different things that your audience will like, all of them, and they'll probably put two together that most people wouldn't put two together, Angelic guidance on a natural remedy for my cold hands, right? You don't know what people are looking for, but that's where the opportunity is. So a keyword research report is going to inform you about your static pages and services. It's always about product development. I always see product development and service opportunities. It totally is going to help you build blogging content. Like, what should I blog about? So many people are blogging, they don't know anything about keyword research or even looking into it. And they're like, oh, I'm writing all these blogs for no reason. And that's because you don't know how to think about search and you want to get found. So, I usually outline 5 to 10 ideal blogging topics for my clients, and I'll show you that on Christine's report. And I'll tell you, this is the topic and this is the words you need to use. It's also going to inform you on lead magnets. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it's that freebie you offer somebody when they come into your website to get in exchange for their email. And you've all opted in for freebies, I'm sure. But it doesn't make sense to me to make a lead magnet if there's no search volume to support it. So that keyword research is also going to support, oh, this is a good idea for a lead magnet because there's a lot of people interested in it. And then all of this information then feeds your an email marketing campaign as well. So you don't have to, all of this work can feed a lot of different funnels of content. So we're going to do one more breakout room. We'll wait till Christine comes back though. But I do want to share, I'm going to share her report while she's away. So hold on one second. And then we'll do the breakout room. Oop, hold on.
I have a question about context.
Yes, please.
Because I don't think I understand context, but I think when you use the funnel and the TV example, that's a great example. Love it. So when people are getting more specialized in what they want to buy as a television set, and now they want to know they want to buy a Sony flat screen, what you're doing, Liz, is you're taking another keyword search, or you're taking that specific keyword search and doing another search off of it, kind of thing.
No, it's not another search. It's just the opportunity for creating content. So you can create content at the top of the funnel. And for you, Cheryl, it could be a simple blog about connecting with a loved one that has passed, and the pain and sorrow, whatever that's involved in that. And just discussing the feelings that people will go through, grief and sorrow.
Gotcha.
The next stage of that would be an introduction to what if someone could help you with that? That would be a middle of the funnel, would be write a blog like, you're dying to connect with a loved one who's passed. How can a spiritual medium help you with that in the healing process and what it is that people will go through? And then the final stage would really be to have a landing page with pricing on connecting with your loved ones who have passed with a spiritual reading. Are you kind of seeing that now?
I am. Thank you.
Okay. And the context of that is context is you provide psychic readings, which there are 50,000 searches a month for a psychic reading. However, the context with which you provide it is in helping people connect with loved ones that have passed. So it's a topic within the search.
Okay.
Are you following that now?
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Okay. So
it's a topic within the search.
Yeah. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Let's see. And I keep forgetting to share the screen. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. Okay. And this is a keyword research report I did for Miss Christine Stelzenberg here. And it was a lot of fun because it's really a lot going on in this report. So at the bottom of this spreadsheet, there are all these different tabs. And we went through, I have them arranged based on volume of search. So depression is a big thing. Happiness is huge. That's why I came here. People are searching how to be happy, 40,500 searches a month. That's huge. So I'm like, so I said, Christine, do you have something for happiness? And I found a search. Essential oils for happiness is actually a search. It has 880 searches a month. So there's an opportunity for Christine to do a top of funnel blog about how to be happy. and do a little research into that, and how essential oils can kind of help boost that level of happiness. That would be a top of funnel blog to introduce people to the notion that I can be happy and maybe some essential oil can help me kind of stay in that state. So what this is showing me, as I discussed it, I want to find the top 10 keyword phrases about how to be happy. And this is context now. This is not intent, because she's really focused on essential oils. But when she mentioned she had an essential oil for happiness, I'm like, take a look at this. So I told you, like, I'm looking for at least 15,000 searches a month on the top 10 phrases, which is what all of this is here. This how to be happy, these guys, these are the top 10 phrases on how to be happy. I'm getting 61,000 searches a month. And according to my results here, that's a jackpot. 30,000 and more a month is a jackpot. That's what I'm seeing. And relative to everything that she's doing, I'm looking at financial viability, which is under this column. This is what Google advertisers are willing to pay for a click. So if you see an ad and you click on it, they're saying, I'm willing to pay up to $3.36 just for a click. That doesn't mean I get their email name. It doesn't mean anything except for they're willing to click to my page. And then you've got to figure out that landing page has got to be simple and to the point, and you want to capture a lead to it or sell something. But that's what this money is showing me. And there's opportunity here to serve the how to be happy market. And I'm telling her here, her monthly search volume, which is what this column is. This is a monthly search volume. How many people a month are searching this exact phrase? It's showing me this. This keyword difficulty index is telling me how hard is it for me to get ranked on page 1 of a Google search for this keyword phrase. And it's extremely hard. You're not going to get it. You got to pay for it in this scenario. However, the context of essential oils for happiness in Michigan, what part? Traverse City, Michigan, Christine, is very good. And that's where I'd be. That's where we'd localize that blog. At the bottom of the blog, it would say, if you want essential oils for happiness and maybe help with getting a little bit of help of how to be happy in a natural way. Hi, my name is Christine Stolzenberg, and I live in Traverse City, Michigan, and I serve the surrounding communities of blah, 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 blah. And it's just a footer bio at the bottom of every blog that's going to get you found locally. So this is telling me as an SEO expert, like, we're not going to get found unless we're in context of something else, and that's what we're shooting for. And this is telling me I could run some Google AdWords because it's not too competitive, actually. There's not a lot of competition in running ads to this. So that's interesting, too. So that's essentially what a keyword report would look like and what I'm finding. And then I have a blogging outline for Christine that says, I want your primary topic to be natural remedies for anxiety. And then I'm telling her what the search volume is. And there's some money there. And then I want her to make sure she uses natural remedy for anxiety, the singular, and oils for anxiety are the other keyword phrases that she's going to put in that blog, for example. And then she's going to, and this is what this is, the How to Be Happy is another blog. And I'm telling her should be the primary keyword in the headline. These are the keyword phrases I want you to use. And then sometime there's other contextual keywords, which we're talking about, that would be included in that. So that's what those look like. And we're done with my presentation. Let me stop sharing. Hold on. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and I happen to love doing this. I always find opportunity. And the other side of the coin is I can say, you're on the wrong track with your own content strategy because there's no search and there's no money there. That could be the other side of the coin. But it isn't typically the case. It's just like there's a different approach you need to take in your content. So that's what I'm sharing here. Deborah, welcome back, honey buns. You missed all the good stuff. That's okay. So I did have one more breakout room thing we could do. And Deborah, I don't know if you'll be able to answer this, so I might put you in a room with me.
That's okay. I'm running to another meeting anyway.
Okay.
I had 10 minutes and I said, well, I'll just drop in. So yeah, don't put me in one. I'll just hang out.
Okay. Good to see you.
Liz, can I make a comment?
Yes.
I was not on the path that I should have been on before you did the keyword search information for me. I had several different products and avenues that I thought were great that I developed that would be good out there, and the results came back that may be a fabulous product, but people just aren't looking for it. And there were other ones on the back burner that we had shared that after you did the searching on it were home runs, and it was like, okay, we're going to change tracks. And this
I love that. Which is not to say you can't develop those other ones, Christine, after you get a following.
Mm-hmm.
And people get to know you and they love what you're doing, and then you can, but to invest money in that doesn't make sense, as you see. I mean, it's a great, really fantastic stuff that's showing up in that search.
Yeah, it was amazing. They were so incredibly helpful to redirecting my business.
I'm glad you found that helpful. All right, so the last breakout room thing we're going to do is, what is the context of the business that you're doing? I want you to come up with context. This is what you do, but within what context? Does everyone kind of understand that? Deborah, you missed it. Does anyone who is not understanding context yet?
Can you just give us the question again, Liz?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So now that I've described, like Heather, I've kind of already given away the, but you can come up with your own. So context is, you are an interior designer. However, you work with people that have Airbnbs. That's the context. You work within the context of a business, be Airbnb owner. That's how you operate. And maybe you could work in other contexts as well. So come up with different contexts right now of how you could provide services to people. And this is an opportunity to get found on searches as well, because when you put the two together, you're much more likely to start getting organic results. So we're going into the breakout, and Deborah's going to go in the room with me. We'll fight it out. Okay, hold on. Recreate. Let's do manually. Hold on. Whoopsies. Sorry, you guys. Oh. I'm going to put Deborah in a room with 3 others. Okay. I hope that works.
Start.
I'm just coming in to make sure you know what you're doing.
Well, I can start. I don't know if I'm on track, but maybe you guys can lead me. I was filling out the form that you sent me, Liz.
Oh, good.
And still don't know if I've got it tied down or not, but enough. But one of the things that I am doing is meditation in the context of reducing anxiety or anxiety reduction.
You got it.
Stress relief.
Perfect. That's exactly, you're right on track.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. And don't worry about being perfect, because when I get started, a lot of stuff is going to show up, and then you could, but give me as much as you can. That's great.
Okay.
Awesome. Larissa, how about you?
Yeah, so I'm a health coach, but I focus in on helping women clear their skin naturally, on green living, building a second stream of income through helping people with health and wellness, detoxes, non-toxic living. Those are a couple things that are popping up.
Well, let me tell you, I have a client who specializes in holistic nutrition for skin and acne problems.
Mm-hmm.
Clear skin diet, detox, all of that is a fantastic context to work within, by the way.
Yes.
So that would be a good focus for sure. Yeah. Heather?
Okay.
You as an example, but
Yeah, we already kind of talked about me.
that's okay. But do you have other ideas?
Well, I'm almost thinking of I haven't branded myself yet, so it'll be an easy rebrand, but rebranding myself as like Airbnb specialist.
Yes.
In a way. And under that, styling, regulations, how do you prepare your Airbnb? What are the risks? What are the benefits?
Yes.
All of these different areas, which I've just been writing down ideas as well for blogging.
Yeah.
Which, could be any of these things.
Totally.
So
I'm so glad you're thinking that, because I was a little concerned about your business model just decorating. I'm like, there's got to be more than that.
There always has been.
Yeah, good. I'm sure. I don't question you.
Yeah, no, it actually started with being, I wanted to help people with their sabbatical homes.
Right.
And that's because my family's been on sabbaticals. We've rented out our home many times. We're on Airbnb. We have a rental property separately. So I've gone through all of these.
That's fantastic. So you have an Airbnb property?
What's that?
You have an Airbnb property of your own?
You're looking at our home, because you have to Airbnb your primary residence in Boulder. You cannot at least legally.
Right.
And we have another property that we originally were going to use as either an executive home or something like that, and do all of the furnishings, but had decided in the end, at that moment, we were just going to rent it out.
So executive home is I bet that's a good keyword phrase to use.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Maybe sticking to a luxury market to attract that higher end client.
Mm-hmm.
A good idea.
That's another good keyword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luxury and executive are all good. So you guys all understanding the context thing?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That is where opportunity exists online for SEO, keyword, organic search. And that's where, not to toot my own horn, but for me to do that report for you, as I see it all pretty well, and really got to make a plan in that regard. It's just one foundational part to make sure that website of yours has those foundational pieces in it. And then there's other strategy beyond that. All right, I'm going to end our breakout room, so hold on.
Okay.
Boink. We have a minute, though. So do you guys have any other thoughts or questions or nothing?
So Liz, it's interesting. Now I'm getting really specific to Airbnbs, but originally I was, just decorator.
Yeah.
And I had various contexts: sabbatical, Airbnb, home away, but also, decorating for people on a budget. Maximizing what they have. That's my tagline: is maximize what you've got.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I'm wondering if I can still market myself in other frameworks or contexts, or if I should really just focus and see what happens.
Guess what would inform me?
You would research.
Bingo.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Just like Christine, we found so many products in there, like she said. I'm like, oh my God, look at this. Okay. Welcome back. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. No one's making any noise. I'm like, is anybody there? Hello?
Yeah.
All right. So we're done, gang. Unless anyone has other questions. Or I want to make sure everyone understood context now and how important that is. Cheryl, you're not getting it?
I don't know. I think if what I have is, if I'm a psychic medium, you said it's the topic within the search.
Yeah.
So does that mean I do readings, or I do public demonstrations, or or is it's not what I do, it's what I can offer or something?
It's the result. It's the person you're helping, for example. Like the context is making a decision. I wouldn't think of looking for a psychic reading necessarily to make a decision. But if I need help making a decision, I struggle. I'm like, how can I get help making a decision? And I came up with you. That would be a different context than I was expecting. But I'm like, oh, well, why not?
So it's the many ways in how I can help someone out.
Yes. Yes. So context is the way you're helping. And that is like love and relationships.
Okay.
I need help with my relationship. And then, whoa, Cheryl's showing up. Oh, a psychic and a love psychic reading? Those are some keyword phrases. Oh, I never thought of that. So getting your type of help within the context of love and relationship.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
Yeah, I am. That made a lot more sense. Thank you.
Okay, good. Cool. Anyone else?
So kind of like a subcategory, if you will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're an aromatherapist, but within the context of helping me, if I'm like, I want to be happy, I Google, how can I be happy? And then I come across a blog from you that says, how about a little essential oils? I'm like, oh, I never thought of that.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of getting help for my happiness through essential oils. I never thought of getting help for my chronic back pain. And then I come across you who's offering a natural remedy for it. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Right? That's kind of what's going on in the search. It's like you happen to have all these different keyword phrases mixed in that blog post because I want you to mix them because that's where your opportunity is. And you're bound to get someone who will stumble across you not really knowing what they were doing. And like, oh, this is interesting. A natural remedy for my hands are freezing. I hate those stupid things, my gloves. And I hate freezing when I'm skiing. And then I come across you. Like, this is so much better than those stupid packs I got to put in my glove.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it, gang.
All right.
Any other
Thank you.
questions? So great to see you all, Larissa. Nice to see you.
Yes, you too. Nice to meet you, ladies.
And
Nice meeting everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
nice
you,
to meet
Liz.
you.
all right. Have a great week,
Nice
you
to
guys.
see you all.
Good week.
Cheryl and Larissa, I'll see both of you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you. Yes, yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.